Welcome back, everyone. You know those incredible pyramids at Giza? Those massive structures, the ones we've all seen pictures of? Well, get this. Turns out there's way more to them than meets the eye.
Way more. We're talking a whole lot going on beneath the surface, a whole other world almost.
Yeah, like we're only just scratching the surface, literally, of what's really going on at Giza. And that's what we're going to dive into today. Some seriously cool new findings coming out from tomographical scans they've been doing at the Giza Plateau.
Right. Tomography, it's like using radar as a super powerful X-ray to see through stuff, to see what's hidden. And we're not just talking about little chambers or tunnels here. This is getting into some massive structures we never even knew existed.
And get this, the data they're using to do all this comes from some pretty high-tech sources. We're talking Capella Space and Umbra. They've got these radars, and the images they can create are just mind-blowing.
Yeah, they're able to build these three-dimensional pictures of what's inside the pyramids and below them and what they're finding. It's like opening up a whole new chapter in the history of Giza.
So let's talk about what they're seeing inside the pyramids first. Specifically, we're going to focus on the Pyramid of Khafre, also known as the Pyramid of Khafre. These tomographical scans they're doing, they're taking them from all sorts of angles, right? So it's like they're building up a three-dimensional model of the whole thing.
Exactly. And the detail they're getting is incredible. They're seeing these really intensely colored spots in the scans. And these spots show up no matter which angle they look at the pyramid from,
Mm.
like consistently every time. And they're above one of the main internal chambers called Ballone's chamber.
Okay, so what are these spots? Are they just like, I don't know, some weird anomaly in the radar readings? Or are they something more?
Well, the thing is, these spots, they keep showing up in the same places. So researchers, they're pretty confident that these are actually solid structures. Artificial, like they were built by someone, not just some natural rock formation or anything.
And they've been able to go even deeper with the analysis. Like by looking at the data in different ways, they're seeing that it's not just like a single empty space. They're finding a whole lot of structure within these spots.
Right. So they've identified 5 sets of 5 different horizontal levels. And on top of that, there even seems to be something like a sloping roof up there, all within this one spot they're seeing in the scans. And they're finding similar stuff in other parts of the pyramid too.
So we're talking like a whole system of levels and chambers and stuff hidden away inside, not just like one big empty tomb like people used to think.
Right. It's making us rethink the whole purpose of the pyramids.
Right.
Like, what if they weren't just tombs? What if they were something more complex, something with a whole different function?
And that's not even the craziest part. We're just talking about what's inside the pyramid right now. But the radar scans, they're not just looking up, they're also looking down beneath the surface. And that's where things get really wild.
Yeah. You ready for this? So underneath the Giza Plateau, like right below the main pyramids, they're seeing these vertically aligned cylindrical structures in the 3D models they're creating. And these things are huge, hundreds of meters deep.
Hold on, hundreds of meters. Like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, I know. It's mind-blowing, right?
Like,
And it's not just one or two of these things. They found 8 of them arranged in 2 parallel rows running north to south, like a giant underground grid.
okay, so 8 giant cylinders deep underground. What else?
Well, these cylinders, they go down 648 meters. And then, get this, they seem to merge into 2 massive cubic structures. Each of these cubes is about 80 meters per side. So not only are we talking about these deep cylinders, but now there are these huge square structures connected to them. And all of this is deep, deep underground.
This is like some kind of ancient superstructure. I mean, it's hard to even imagine what they were doing with all of this.
And the detail they're getting from these scans is incredible. It's not just like these blurry shapes. It's really clear, well-defined structures in the data.
So, what do they think these cylinders are? I mean, are they like tunnels or shafts or something else entirely?
So the analysis of the scans suggests that these 8 cylindrical structures are actually hollow, like they're giant vertical wells. And it gets even more interesting. There's evidence that these wells have descending spiral pathways around them. It's like something straight out of science fiction.
I know. It makes you wonder what kind of technology did they have back then to build something like this, and what was the purpose?
All right. Like, what were they doing down there? What were they moving? Why go to all that trouble to build something so complex and so deep underground?
And the fact that they've been able to map out the extent of these structures using the tomographic data makes it even more incredible.
Yeah, so the scans are showing that these underground structures, they extend beneath the pyramids of Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure, and they go down deep, about 2 kilometers below ground.
2 kilometers. That's just crazy. I mean, that's like a whole other world down there.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the researchers are saying this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to discover.
So we're talking about these incredibly detailed scans that are giving us a whole new perspective on the pyramids. We're seeing internal structures we never knew existed, and we're uncovering a massive network of underground features that just defy explanation.
Right. It's like we're peeling back the layers of history and finding something completely unexpected.
And it really leaves you with more questions than answers.
Exactly. What could they have been doing with all of this? What was the purpose of such extensive and complex underground architecture? And what else might be hidden down there, just waiting to be discovered?
Well, folks, that's something to ponder. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the mysteries of Giza. Until next time, keep exploring.
Keep wondering.